So look at the picture. It's such an interesting picture. This is a magician's hat, and sometimes the rabbit comes out, sometimes the pigeon comes out, sometimes some other things, ribbons, flowers, so many things come out of the hat. And this is a magical wand which is kept beside, and the magic dust is falling on the rabbit. And the rabbit looks very cute, a small, tiny rabbit. So, like that, our dreams are in the hat, in the magician's hat, and they become true. So now you actually need to be alert. How and when magics will come in your life, you don't know. Like a magician hat, it will keep on coming out from the universe. So to fulfill your dreams, what is the secret that we have? The more and more we fill ourselves with gratitude, the more and more the magician's hat will become powerful, and the dreams will come out of it. They'll become true in our lives. Okay, so let's read today's chapter. Day 22.
This world.
One second, one second. Day 22, before your very eyes. So, before your very eyes means what? That everything as it is happening before our very eyes, but our awareness is not there. We are not alert. So now we really need to be alert, because a lot of things will be revealed. The universe is going to show a lot of things only if we are aware and alert, then only we'll be able to catch those things. Yes, now you can read.
This world, after all our science and sciences, is still a miracle, wonderful, inscrutable, magical, and more to whosoever will think of it. Thomas, wait, Namal,
Thomas Carl,
Thomas,
1795.
Thomas Carr, Thomas Carr, 1795 to 1881, writer and historian.
So we can
7
also
years
say,
ago,
one second. So we can also say that this world is full of signs and sciences, SIGNS. A lot of science, the universe cannot come in front of us and say, okay, you've got this, I'm giving you this, and you've got it, but the universe communicates with us through signs, means SIGNS. And there is a world of science, which is the world of proof, because science proves everything. So, after all our science and sciences, this world is still a miracle, even though science exists. But there is another world, which is the magical world, which is full of miracles, which is wonderful, which is inscrutable. Inscrutable means mysterious. Okay, and also whoever is ready to understand it, whoever is alert, whoever is aware, whoever is, the eyes are open, the all the senses are functioning properly, the one who is alert with all the five sense organs. What are the five sense organs? Eyes, nose, ears, tongue, and skin. All of this, if you are alert, everything, you are ready to hear, you are ready to see, you are ready to smell, and you're ready to taste everything, and you can feel everything through your skin. So this is the kind of alertness this chapter is talking about. Please continue.
7 years ago, when I first discovered the secret and magical power of gratitude, I made a list of my desires. It was a long list. At that time, there seemed to be no possible way my desires could come true. Nevertheless, I took my top 10 desires and I carried them with me on a piece of paper every day. Whenever I had an opportunity, I would take out my list and read through it, giving as much gratitude for each desire as I could, as though I had received it. With number one desire, I wanted more than anything else. I kept it constantly in my mind, and I say the magic words, thank you for it multiple times a day, and feel as if it had as if it had come true. One by one, every desire on my list magically appeared before my very eyes. As I received my desires, I could cross them off my list, and when I had new desires, I would add them to my list.
We'll pause here. So Rhonda Byrne is saying that 7 years ago, whenever she wrote this book, so Secret was written in 2006. And the magical power of gratitude, when she discovered the magical power of gratitude, when she wrote The Secret, when she made the Secret movie, she actually sat down and made a list of all her desires. So the original list was a long list, and even though her dreams were so big, we've already spoken, make your dreams so big that people should laugh over it. And I mean, the universe doesn't stop you from making your dreams big, because the if you can make your dreams big, then only you can visualize, and then only your life will change, because you will live the life of your dreams. So even though her life around, there were so much of debt, and the bank balance was very, very less, and there was so much, her relationship problem was there, career problem was there. So every area of her life was going down the hill. But still, in that moment, she felt grateful, and she wrote her top 10 desires. And what did she do? She carried those top 10 desires, wrote them in a piece of paper, and she would carry it in her pocket wherever she would go. Anytime she would sit with the desire list, and she would constantly say the magic words. After reading each desire, she would say thank you for it a multiple times in a day. Multiple times means what? That could be 9, 10, 12, 13, as many times as we can imagine. And what happened after that? One by one, every desire on my list magically appeared before my very eyes. So all her desires started getting fulfilled. And then one desire she would cross it, and a new desire would come. A new desire would be added to the list. So this is how we are supposed to go. From today onwards, whatever those top 10 desires were, we are going to write it in a paper. The way the structure will be the same as the chapter told us. Which chapter? Chapter 13. And you are going to carry this piece of paper wherever you go. If you are at home, it's fine. Keep it at a place where you will be reminded to take that paper in your hands and read the list. And then she says, what? Let's read. Yes, one of my desires.
One of my desires from my original long list was to travel Bora Bora near Tahiti. After spending a beautiful week at the exact place in Bora Bora I had listed, another beautiful thing happened. I was flying to the mainland of Tahiti on
Listen,
my way when the airplane.
Kashvi, little slowly, can you read?
Yeah.
So that each
When
one
the
of us.
airplane stopped en route to pick up passengers. The flight had been empty, but it filled to the brim with native Tahitians and suddenly laughter, smiling faces, and the happiness that was palpable surrounded me.
Yes. So what was one of her desires? Now she's talking. The way she talks, the way she writes, it makes so interesting, isn't it? Now she says that one of my desire from my original list, what we wrote on day 0. So when she wrote in the beginning, when in 2006, when she was making the Secret movie, she made the first list of desires, and it was a long one. And one of it was to travel to a place called Bora Bora near Tahiti. And when she visited that place, her desire was fulfilled. But when she was coming back, what happened? It was another beautiful thing what happened. That when she was flying to the mainland of Tahiti on my way back home, the airplane, because it was, there was some seats were empty, so the airplane stopped to pick up passengers. We have gone on such airplanes now, which picks up passengers from different places. It's called a hopping flight. Okay, so she was on that hopping flight, and the flight was empty. That's why it stopped. But then when it stopped, it filled it. The flight was full of all the passengers, and these passengers who entered were so happy. They were so joyful. There was laughter. Their faces were so amazing. Their energies were so amazing that when they entered the flight, there was an energy of happiness which was surrounding, and she actually experienced that happiness. Haven't you experienced that there are some people whom you don't know, and you've gone to a party, and when they enter you feel a lot of positive energy from them, and you feel like going and talking to them. You don't know them, you've never met them, you're seeing them for the first time, but you feel like going and approaching them and talking to them. Have you ever experienced this kind of a situation? All of you, yes, no? Yes. So there they have a magnetic energy, and you feel like, just staying with them, or you just feel like gazing at them, or you just feel like going and talking to them. And when you talk to them, you talk to them as if you know that person since a long time and you're very close friends. I have experienced this a number of times. So this is what happens when the energies of a person are so beautiful that their energy aligns with your energy and you feel like talking to them. Yes, please continue.
Yeah, one second.
Kashvi,
Ma'am,
you're saying no, you haven't met any, I mean, you haven't gone through any situation like this.
no, ma'am, I've never gone. Yeah, I just no, but my mom kept me in a class to learn to control anger, and so like I learned. So there was someone called Dipti Auntie, and I didn't know, but I felt I didn't know her, and she taught me first. So I felt like just happy to meet her.
So now you know, na? You remembered. Yes. So please continue as I enjoyed the short flight.
I
What about
enjoyed the
others?
short
Haven't,
flight.
if you haven't, then right, no, just be interactive. No is fine. No is not a no word. You can write no also. The rest of you?
As I en- as
Yes.
I enjoyed the short flight with these beautiful people, it became crystal clear to me the reason why they were so happy. They were grateful. They were grateful to be alive. They were grateful to be on the airplane. They were grateful to be with each other. They were grateful for where they were going. They were grateful for everything. I could have stayed on that plane and traveled around the world with them. It felt so good to be with them. And then it struck me that I had just received my final desire. Bora Bora was the last desire on my original list, and the reason I was on that plane was before my very eyes. Gratitude. I've shared this story
Just
as
pause.
an
Pause.
inspiration.
Just pause, Kashvi. Just pause. Don't be in a hurry. So, why now she's just thinking, she's just pondering that why did I enjoy the short flight. So she was observing those people. So why they were so happy? Because they were very grateful. They were grateful for what? They were grateful to be so yeah, you can tell your father to be grateful for all this. Yeah, if your father is there, just tell him, okay? So they were
Yes, ma'am.
grateful to be alive. They were grateful to be on the airplane. They were grateful to be with each other. So be just now in the lockdown, we all are grateful to be with our family together. I have never been with my family all these years of my life, apart from my kids were young and when I was at home and I was just a homemaker. That time I remember I was with my family, but since last maybe 15 years I don't remember such a long time. Every moment I am with my family from morning to evening. So grateful. So all of you can say that I'm so grateful to be with my family, to enjoy with my family, to eat with my family, to play with my family, to do everything I can, to just interact, to sing, to dance. So many things we can do together now. So they were grateful for everything what they had.
Ma'am,
Whatever I could
some
have,
people,
1 second, 1 second, let me complete, then you can say. I could have stayed on that plane and traveled around the world with them. It felt so good to be with them. And this is how we feel, when we just be with people who have happy energies, who are joyful, who are grateful, who are contented, who are always in that happiness mode. And there's one more place in Japan which is called Okinawa. It's a village, and there's a whole book which is written on it, Ikigai.
and Karate was born in Okinawa.
Sorry?
Karate was born in Okinawa when the samurais only the samurais were supposed to use the weapons in the 15th and 16th centuries. Karate was born in Okinawa.
Okay, lovely. So Okinawa is one of the places where I want to go because the people there, their lifestyle is so different, you know, and one of the most beautiful things about that place is that the average life expectancy, as in people live for more than 95 years over there. Their eating pattern is different, their sleeping pattern is different, they enjoy together, they meet together, they have sit and have tea together, they have their tea times, you know, one person will call all of them and all of them will have tea together in the morning, in the daytime, and they do everything collectively. It's not that they hide something from each other, but their life is very different. And their food, you know, they don't eat junk, of course, but they're in the book it's mentioned there are 8 9 foods which they have. So there were some names of some vegetables, some fruits which they have every day. And there's one typical fruit which is grown over there, which is more sour than a lemon, which is more sour than a lemon, and it's loaded with vitamin C. So that they have every day, and it's a local thing which is grown over there. So, you know, nature also gives more to the people if they are actually within themselves. You know, nature also helps them. So the things which are grown over there is in full abundance. People have their own gardens, they grow vegetables and fruits, they do gardening, they're connected with nature. So all that things they are doing. Okay, what is happening to the rice experiment? Somebody had started. Okay, Meher is saying, I have the book Ikigai. Very good, Meher. Have you read it? Meher, have you read it? It's a beautiful book. Read it if you haven't. Okay. Your brother has read it. Meher? Darsh is saying, I've read it twice. Awesome. So, Darsh, would you like to share something from that book? Anything what you liked from that book? Let's talk about it so that everyone can come to know.
Ma'am, it contains many secrets about living a happy life. It tells you in which way you can live to the fullest.
That we know, but can you just tell one thing that touched you and you feel that you want to also do that?
No, actually, there was one side effect because I had read the Gita already, so I didn't felt much regarding the book.
Okay, so I don't know. I didn't understand. Gita is something else, and this is,
Bhagavad Gita.
I understand, but Gita is something else, and this is something else. So this tells us the way to live. Of course, Gita also tells us the way to live, but yeah, the levels are different. It's on a day to day, you know, how you can, and gratitude is one of the most beautiful things that they practice over there. All the people, including the kids. So when you know, whenever you read a book now, don't get biased by your spiritual readings. Whenever you read a book, now that means you will say what's there in the magic book. Everything is there in Bhagavad Gita. I like the Bhagavad Gita more. Will you say like that?
No, ma'am, definitely not.
Yes. So then don't get biased. Take the good things from a book which you are reading. Okay. And these they are called the takeaways from that book. I have written on our chat also to all of you that just take 3 takeaways from every chapter. But none of you have written till now. So when you take out the 3 takeaways, then you know then your mind accepts it and then you remember it for a longer time, because the moment you write it goes into the subconscious mind. So Vishwa says that it tells about how to choose your passion according to Ikigai pattern. And anybody remembers what's the meaning of Ikigai? Ikigai, it's a Japanese word which means, anybody of you remember? Darsh, Vishwa, the purpose of life. Yes. So if reading that book, if you can define your purpose of life, what is your purpose of life? Everybody, can you write it on the chat? What is your purpose of life? Today is a small chapter. We can do a little bit of these things. Everyone, just think, what is the purpose of my life? Vishwa says no ma'am. What is no ma'am, Vishwa? For what? The meaning of ikigai? No, it's that only, the purpose of life. What is it then? Yes, Vishwa. I don't have the book right now, but I could have got it and would have told you. So Meher says singer to become a singer. That's your purpose of life. That could be one of your goals, Meher. But our purpose is a bigger purpose. Okay, no, these don't get into these things. These can be a smaller things. But what is the bigger purpose? Can anybody say?
Ma'am, can I tell?
Yeah, you can try.
My purpose of life is to make the world a lot happier than today. Means that it's happy today, but a lot happier even in these times, and learn everyone to be grateful so that the world is very happy and
Wow.
full of positive energy.
Yes. And how would you do that? You have defined in your mind that also?
Yes.
Lovely.
Even though I don't know much people all around the world, I will just imagine a few people and sprinkle magic dust, and then I'm gonna imagine that there is the whole earth and the universe, and even if there are aliens or not, I don't know. But I'm even gonna sprinkle magic dust on aliens, animals, plants, everyone. Even if there's are aliens or not, I don't know still.
Have
Even
you
if there's the
have you
aliens
started
are to be,
doing it, Kashvi?
yeah.
Have you started doing it?
Yeah, in my like sometimes I don't actually get dreams, but ma'am, usually whenever I get dreams, it's about being grateful and making and helping
Question to
everybody.
is my Kashvi, my question to you is that have you started doing whatever you were saying just now, sprinkling
Yeah,
magic?
I, yeah, ma'am. In my dream, like I visualize it that there is the whole earth and aliens and everything, and I'm sprinkling magic dust. So there's
Very good.
sparkling magic dust there.
Lovely. So
I
this
love
is what
gratitude.
is the purpose of life. This is what is called the purpose of life. The purpose of life to become an actor, to become a singer, that's not the purpose of life. We're talking of the bigger purpose. Okay, Vishwa says for me to feed people who cannot get food every day and like who's living on the street. Okay, lovely Vishwa. So then when you have defined the purpose, now take the next step. Think of the next step, what you can do, and you keep on thinking, because once you have thought and you're sitting, then it doesn't work, because you have to keep on thinking the actions what you need to do to achieve that. So mine is to work in BMW quarters. What's the full form of BMW, Darsh?
British Motor Works. I know it.
Sorry.
British Motor Works.
Okay, where is that? Can you throw a little?
Munich, Germany.
Okay, so you want to work in those quarters,
Yes, ma'am.
and why? What's the reason?
I love the company. I love the cars. They are beautiful.
Achha, you're talking of the BMW cars. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, awesome. ठीक है. And so rest of you, if you haven't yet defined your purpose in life, take your time. Tomorrow morning after writing Count Your Blessings, just ask yourself this question: what is the purpose of my life? What is the goal? What is the real purpose of my life? Why have I come here? Have I come here just to eat, drink, and be merry? Have I come here to just satisfy my small desires? Or there is a higher purpose? Why have I taken this birth? You know what? The secret, I'll tell you one thing. Whenever the soul comes in this mind body form, the soul has decided that one lesson I need to learn on this lifetime. And the soul remembers. The child, when the child is born, the child remembers till the age of 2 years. And then after that, slowly, because of the inputs from the environment, it's a whole thing how the mind, there's something which comes in the mind, and then the child slowly starts forgetting about the desire. But in moments when we are in our subconscious state, the subconscious mind still knows what is the purpose of your life, what is the lesson you need to learn. So the best time to write down this is when you go to sleep in the night or the first thing when you wake up in the morning. Ask yourself tomorrow when you wake up, hey mind, what is the purpose of my life? Or tell the subconscious mind before you go to sleep, my subconscious mind, please tell me the answer of what is the purpose of my life. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, the first thing which will come in your mind will be the best, which will be the true answer for you. Okay, so we went little away from the chapter that what is, this, why, I mean, apart from being grateful, apart from being thankful, what else can we bring into our lives to make our life, to create a difference in the lives of others, and to be a co-creator with the universe. Does everyone understand what's the meaning of this? So the creation process is going on, and it's going on in the universe. God is doing things; it's making things happen. The universe, I mean, the spirit is making things happen. Whatever you give name to it, but then to help the universe in the creation process, when you get involved into it, you become the co-creator. Okay, so let's read further.
I shared this story as an inspiration for you because no matter how big your desires seem to be, you can receive them through gratitude. Even more than that, gratitude will bring a joy and happiness for the life that you never felt before, and that is truly priceless. From the time I began using gratitude and law of attraction to the time I received my final desire on my original list was 4 years. To give you an idea of the enormousness of receiving all my desires in that amount of time, when I created my desire list, my company was $2 million in debt, and I had 2 months before I would be forced to shut it down and lose my home and everything I owned. The money I owed in my personal credit cards was a small fortune, and yet on my desire list was to own a big house overlooking the ocean, to travel exotic places in the world, to have paid all my debts, to expand my company, to restore every relationship to the best it could be, improve the quality of my family's lives, to be 100% healthy again, and to have unlimited energy and excitement for life, along the usual list of material. And my number one desire, which seemed like an absolute impossibility to many of the people around me, was to bring joy to millions of people through my work.
We'll pause here.
Ready for
We'll pause here. So, Rhonda Byrne is sharing that it took her 4 years to get all her desires which were there on the original list. So that, I mean, not so, it was not that it took 4 years for all the desires, but she had written, original list we have written a lot, more than 10, 20, maybe 30 we have written. So the final desire on the original list was what was there. It took her 4 years. And uh, when she created her desire list, she was in heavy debt. Her company was in $2 million. You can convert it into rupee and see how big this amount is. And if she had 2 months, there was an ultimate time which was given to her that if she couldn't pay her debts in this much time, her company would shut down, and her home would be mortgaged, and everything what she owned would go away. But then what happened? She sat down, she wrote her desires at that time. Just imagine all of you, if we were in this condition, we would have lost hope. We would not have thought of writing a dream. As you don't have money to pay your debts and you're writing a dream to own a big house overlooking the ocean. This is the beauty of law of attraction. This is the magical power of law of attraction. So why she's sharing with us is that never ever get disappointed what things are there around you right now. You have to think big. You have to make your dreams so big that people should laugh at your dreams. Yes, and dreams should be very, very big. So that's what she did. And she wrote she wrote that she's paid all her debts, her company has expanded, every relationship was at its best level, the family's lives improved, and her health was back again 100%. Maybe she was going through lots and ups and downs in her health, but then even after that, she actually changed her energies by thinking all this, and she attracted all that in her life. Then she wanted unlimited energy and excitement for life, and of course, the other material things. And what was her number one desire? This was really beautiful. And this was, when I read this chapter for the first time, I took this as my number one desire also, that to bring joy to millions of people through my work. And it really, after that only, I started the first magic book reading session, which was in Jan. I think it was 22nd Jan when I started. And then from that time, it's on. And now I've started the Power book, also the second book of Rhonda, which started today morning. Okay. So, I mean, why she's so humble. She's sharing all that what she did, not keeping it as a secret. And she shared, because when you share with the world, your the you get more and more of that. You attract more and more of that, because the law of attraction says that if you're giving, you're getting it back. So this is what happens. This is the power of sharing. Okay. And yeah, please continue. The very
The
first.
very first desire that was bringing joy to millions of people through my work. The rest of my desires magically followed, and one by one, as they appeared before my very eyes, I crossed them off my list. So now it's your turn to use gratitude's magical power to make your desires appear before your very eyes. At the start of the day, take your top 10 desire list that you created. Read through each sentence and desire on your list, and for 1 minute, imagine or visualize that you have received your desire. Feel as much as gratitude as you can, as if you have it now. Carry your desire list with you today
Wait.
in your
Let's
pocket.
pause. Let's pause here. So the very first desire, the first is written in italicized words, that she received was the was to bring joy to millions of people, and everything followed after that. And she kept on crossing her desires. So now it's your turn. It's your turn. Everybody on the call, it's your turn to use gratitude's magical power to make your desires come true, appear before your very eyes. So what are you going to do? At the start of the day, we'll do what Rhonda used to do for herself. Take your top 10 desire list, read through. After writing count your blessings, you can do this every single day from tomorrow. Is everybody ready to do it? Yes, no? Every one of you, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Lovely, lovely. So yes, yes, yes. Everybody, yes. So now, and remember the structure, how the book told us to write. You have to start with thank you, thank you, thank you for bringing joy to millions of people through my work. This is the way you're going to start. So like that, top 10 desires. And then you're going to visualize, you're going to go into the details. Whatever you have written, thank you, thank you, thank you for the amazing vacation to Switzerland. So you're going to visualize all that you will see there, whatever the snow covered mountains, you will go to the Lindt factory, you will taste the chocolates there, so all that, whatever you know about that place. And then actually you will try to find out more and more about your desires also when you want to visualize. Okay, so now continue reading.
With you today in your pocket on at least 2 occasions in the day. Without
Kashvi, what happens is your voice goes very low, and then I don't know what happens. So just be sure that you are reading it properly. Okay, are you close to the mic or you're moving away from the mic? I don't know.
carry your desire list with you today in your pocket. On at least 2 occasions in the day, take out your list, read through it, and feel as much gratitude for each one as you can, as though you've received it. If you want your desires to come more quickly, I would highly recommend that you carry your desire list with you in your wallet or purse from this day forward. And whenever you have time, open it up, read through it, and feel as much gratitude as you can for each one. When your desires appear before your very eyes, cross them off your list and add more. And if you're like me, each time you cross a desire off your list, you would be in tears of joy because what seemed impossible was made possible through the magical power of gratitude.
We'll pause here. So, Kashvi, you remember your conversation yesterday when we were having? You said that some of my dreams are very big and I don't think so that they'll become true. You said something like that, remember? Kashvi?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
just read these lines again. Because what seemed impossible was made possible through the magical power of gratitude. So nothing is impossible. A dream is a dream. If you define, it's not for you to define whether it's big or small or what you, if you can, how it will happen, that's not your domain. That's not your concern. You're not supposed to think about it. That's the universe's work. The universe is going to look into it, that how does it make things happen for you. You have to just ask, you have to just believe that it's there with you, and then you receive. Kashmi, made these 3 steps very clear in your mind. If you want, you can write it. It was there in the secret movie also. Ask, believe, don't doubt. If you doubt, then it's gone. It's gone. So ask, believe, and then you are be ready to receive. Okay, so nothing is impossible. You must have heard this sentence, nothing is impossible. Yes, everyone. So just be ready to receive, and it's there. It's there. It's always there. Something wonderful is always on the verge of happening. It's always there. And you people have started getting small magics. Now be ready to receive those big magics, big, huge ones. Okay, so please continue magic practice number 22.
Magic practice number 22 before your very eyes. 1. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Read your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. 2. At the start of the day, take your top 10 desire list that you created. 3. Read through each sentence and desire on your list, and for 1 minute, imagine or visualize that you have received your desire. Feel as much as gratitude as you can. Carry your desire list with you in your pocket on at least 2 occasions in day. Take out your list, read it through, and feel as much as gratitude as you can. 5. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic crack in your
Once
hand.
again, Kashvi, you're not reading for yourself, you're reading for the entire group. So read it properly, na? Be
Just
clear on what you're reading. Yeah.
before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words thank you for the best thing that happened during the day.
So yes, the steps which is clear. Well, you have to take your top 10 desire list, the written list, not in your mind, but the written list, and carry it with you. So you can have 2 sets. One is there in the book. One you can keep it in the house. One you can carry it with you if you're traveling. And for 1 minute, visualize that you've received the desire, and don't forget to feel as grateful as you can. And what are you going to do? At least, this is the minimum, at least 2 occasions in the day. Take out the list, read through it, visualize, feel it, be as grateful as you can, and feel that you've already received it. Yes. And the magic rock practice, you're going to imagine all the good things that happened during the day and say the magic words. Thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. Thank you, Kashmi, for reading the chapter for us. Thank you so much. So now I'm going to show you a video. of this song. So you know what? If you want to bring, if you want your dreams to come true, the first and foremost thing is to be in a happy and joyful space. If you are in an irritable space, if you are in any of the emotions below the feeling in the feeling chart below the line, then whatever you do, you will never be able to achieve your dreams. So let's listen to this song. It's a happy song. One second. I'll have to just, yeah, one second. Huh? It's a beautiful song. Everybody, can you hear?
No, ma'am.
No?
Ma'am, we can't hear. We can hear
Okay, so
a little bit. We can.
let me check what is happening. Yes, now I think so you'll be able to hear. Lovely. So yes, everyone. Any of you, did you hear, have you heard this song earlier?
Ma'am,
Okay.
I have not heard it earlier, but it was
He has
very
heard, Meher has heard. Okay, okay, lovely. Awesome. I really loved, and you feel very happy, na, when you see this, hear this song, right?
and yeah, and the words feel very, very joyful, and then that we are doing the dance team was very happy and funny.
Yeah, happy under all situations. Whether that person was working in the kitchen, she was arranging the napkins, she was happy. If you are in doing any work you're doing, just do with happiness. And then the outcome of the work only changes. Whether you are, something,
Okay.
some chapter you're not liking, it's not interesting. How do you make it happy? So, like, how Kashvi, you created the gratitude songs, so like that, you can just make it in the song form and you can study and you can understand it much better. Yeah.
Ma'am, I wanted to tell you that some people tell that whatever we do is not written in our heads, and that nothing is written in our hands. Some people tell that our life isn't controlled by us, but we choose to be happy. And but what I think the truth is that our life is made by us. We be grateful, just like what goes around comes around. So we do bad things to other, bad things come to us. So we think that that is our luck, but actually we only did it. So we started the circle, and in the end it came back to us. So if I'm
Very true, Kashvi.
so the thing is that our life is in our hands, and even to be happy is in our hands.
Yes, very true. So glad that you've understood all this at this age, and your life ahead is will be so beautiful. So beautiful. At your age, the understanding what I had was very different. There was nothing of this sort which I read or which somebody told me. But so grateful for you that, I mean, you are in this journey. You came to this session and you are using everything, whatever is being taught over here. You have absorbed everything. So beautiful, Kashvi. Keep on doing such things, and your vision is also very beautiful to make the world a happy place. And that's why I remember to play this song today. And also, it's a very special day. It's Darsh's birthday. So, Darsh, wish you a very happy day again. So lovely.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
And may all your dreams, whoever are there on the call, may all your dreams appear before your very eyes. May all your dreams come true.
Ma'am, I want to share that when the first time I used to attend the class, I felt a bit scared. Like just today only, when you said that, what is the purpose of life? When I hear the word life, and then that I hear the word rebirth and soul, I get like a current in my heart and in my body, because I get a bit scared. It's not fear, not for like permanent fear, but sometimes I think that if I won't do good things in my this life, I won't get to be a good thing in my life, because my dad tells me that in Jainism it's written, really our God is written that in the old sayings that if what happens is that what you have done, it happens because of you. Because what you did in your first life happens to you in your next life. And I've even heard that there was a Brahmin who used to tell everyone bad things and just tell everyone what to do and shout at others. So in his other life he became a snake, and that he was very angry, and then there was God told him what happened in his last life, in the previous life.
So what do you feel? Is this all true?
Yes, because it already shows that what goes around comes around. Even though it didn't happen to you in that particular life, it happened to you in other life. But it still shows what goes around comes around.
What is the best thing that you can do in this life?
The best thing I can do in this life is that I've got the human birth, so I can help as many as people I can and spread the word about gratitude so that everyone seems to be happy.
Lovely, lovely. Awesome, awesome, Kashvi. And awesome. And this is the biggest takeaway from this session that I have got from you. And you've taken it, just take it the way you feel like. Just take it forward. Just whatever is your vision, take it the way you feel like. Okay. And just listen to what your heart says. Listen to what your heart says. And you will be able to reach the heights of your life. Okay, but I didn't understand why you said that when I hear the word life there's some current which comes, when I feel some current. Why do you feel scared?
I feel scared that if I won't do good, I will become some very small animal in my other life. Like I'll
No,
be a
no, 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 no. If you're thinking that, then it will happen. No. Why would you be if your actions, if your deeds, if your thoughts, if your feelings are good, then why will that happen? It will not happen. It will not happen. Why do you feel scared? Because if you are feeling, you are attracting that in your life. Don't attract. You're doing, you are a good soul. Whatever the best you can do, if you have good thoughts and feelings, your actions will be also towards that. So never, never think that. Just take it out of your mind.
yeah.
Okay. And if any time it comes, then just be write things what you are grateful for. The fear will go away. You know what is the full form of fear, Kashvi? What is the full form of fear?
Ma'am, 1 second, I'll tell you. Yeah, it's that false evidence um, against reality.
No. It's false evidence. Anybody wants to try? We discussed this when we were doing the feeling chart. What is it? The full form of fear. I'm so glad, Kashvi. You have a beautiful mind. You grasp things so beautifully. At least you remember the first two words. False evidence appearing real. It's a false evidence. Fear is nothing has happened, but you're still thinking that it's going to happen or it will happen. So it's not, it's a false evidence which appears real to you, but actually it's not real. Okay. Understood?
Ma'am, can you say the full form again, because I don't have some issues I had to read.
False evidence appearing real. And
Yes,
believe me, you know, the first time when I took a session, a yoga session with my sir, I was feeling really scared of him, you know, because he likes perfection to a limit, you know, to an infinite limit. So I was just going on telling this in my mind. Fear is false, evidence appearing real. Fear is, and you know, I got out of the fear and I gave the class beautifully. So that is what is the power of this. And we give power to it the way we want to. We can take the power from it the way we want to and when we want to. Okay. So yes, lovely. Anybody has anything to share? Any questions? Today was an awesome chapter. Thank you, Kashvi, for reading. And you can read all the chapters now. till day 30th.
Ma'am, in the in the takeaways, can I make up my thing? What actually I learned from the session, and that was my takeaway. That I
Yes,
understood.
that of course, that is the takeaway. You don't have to quote the lines from the book. Your takeaway is your understanding, what you understood from the session. So please write after the session those 3 takeaways in our group Magic Everywhere. And all of you, please try at least. Okay. Okay, so then nobody has any sharings, no questions. We can end today's session. Arya Mehta and Arya Shah. Can I see your faces once? Can you put your videos on once? And Arya Mehta, please don't log out. I just want to see once. No, sorry, Arya Shah. Arya Mehta, I'm sorry, Arya Shah. Please don't log out. I want to see. Put your video on once, Arya Shah. You wanted to read that day and you said it, I'll read, and then you disappeared. Are you there on the call, Arya Shah? Can we see you once? What is happening, Arya Shah? Can you put on the video once? Can you hear me?
Ma'am, she's disconnected the audio.
Disconnected the audio. How can you say? Because of this thing what is showing? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so then we can end today's session. Thank you everyone for being
Thank you.
part of this wonderful session. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Have a magical day.